The Berean pulpit welcomes you to my study from Hillsboro, Missouri. Hello, this is Brother Oats. Philippians chapter 1, verse 7 and 8. Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds and in the defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace. Verse 8. For God is my record, how greatly I long after you all in the bowels of Jesus Christ. The Apostle Paul said, I'm right or correct when I think the way I'm thinking and feel the way I'm feeling. Let me ask you a question. If you could take a selfie of the inside of yourself, how you think and how you feel, would you want it to be published? As far as the Apostle Paul was concerned, he would say, absolutely. I want to convey to the Philippians how I think about them and how I feel about them. And he goes on and says, because I have you in my heart. People in that day would use that expression to tell them that they were in their thoughts. The word heart is the Greek word cardia. In Philippians chapter 1 and verse number 3, Paul would say, I thank my God upon every remembrance of you. They were in his thoughts. Proverbs chapter 23 and verse number 7. As he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Paul was just reminding the Philippians that they were in his heart. He thought about them. He goes on and says, inasmuch as both in my bonds. The word bonds is the Greek word desmon, mentioned some 20 times. It means a chain or a band or perhaps even a ligament, something that joins you with someone else. Paul says in the defense, the word defense there in verse 8 is the Greek word apologia. We get our word apologetics from it, the defense of the faith and confirmation. Bepoiosis is the Greek word. It's a legal term that means the guarantee or the validation of something. Paul says, ye all are partakers of my grace. That word partakers has the same root word as Philippians chapter 1 and verse number 5 says, for your fellowship. The word fellowship comes from the same word, to have something in common. In verse 8, the word partakers means a co-partner or a close companion. Verse number 8, since they could not see on the inside how he thought and felt about them, Paul invokes God as his witness. God can see how I think, and God knows how I feel. And he goes on and says, how greatly I long for you all in the bowels of Jesus Christ. The bowels, spagnon is the Greek word, are your inner organs. It's the lower part of your stomach. It's where you, in essence, feel the deepest, your emotions. And Paul said, if God is my witness, the way I feel towards you is one of devotion and great love. You see, in 1 Corinthians chapter 12, in verse number 26, and whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it. Paul was not alone in his Roman imprisonment. He had partakers in the Philippian church, co-partners, if you please. An old African proverb said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, take others. The Apostle Paul certainly was not alone. He had others, partakers, in the defense and the confirmation of the gospel. Bereans, search the Scriptures. God bless you.